What is going on, guys? I hope you're doing well. What you guys are seeing on screen right now is official Project Spellfire gameplay. The game has officially been named Catalyst Black. So moving forward, we are going to be calling it Catalyst Black. And the first sneak peek video Super Evil Megacorp uploaded to YouTube, they broke down a lot of things, so many things packed into one video. So I'll be breaking that stuff down, and also I'll be somewhat going over what the reaction of the Vainglory community might be. There's gonna be a lot of excitement here and also a lot of toxicity, because a lot of people are going to be like, this is not what we wanted. There's going to be a lot of weirdness when it comes to building a community behind this game, because a lot of people are going to have that feeling of they were wrongly done by SEMC by leaving Vainglory to build upon this game. And so a lot of people are just going to be toxic about it, and it's going to be interesting to see how things pan out. I should read this to you guys. This is a word from the CEO of SEMC. He said, quote, "What was previously Project Spellfire is now Catalyst Black. This is still early alpha footage. We are nowhere near launch yet with this game, but we're incredibly excited about where we are heading and are loving the early playtest so far. We've made some neat new upgrades to our Evil engine tech, both in terms of graphics, performance, and authorability, but we've also spent a lot of time learning more humble lessons than we can count from our Vainglory journey across design, technology, marketing, and how we work in general. We are hoping everyone will get to play Catalyst Black later this year." He mentioned something that is very key. They learned a lot from the whole quote-unquote Vainglory journey in terms of design, technology, marketing, and how we work in general, which is good and gives a lot of hope. But before we get too far ahead, let's watch this video and see what it's all about.
Catalyst Black is a team-based, drop-in, drop-out, large-scale shooter set in an inviting world of mystery and magic.
2 videos ago, I uploaded a video titled How SEMC Killed Vainglory. And in that exact video, so many of you from the Vainglory community mentioned how you were hoping that Catalyst Black would be somewhat of a Vainglory 2.0 or somewhat similar in certain aspects. So the first few seconds of the video are actually very crucial here, because quote, "Catalyst Black is a team-based drop-in, drop-out large-scale shooter." I don't feel like this is exactly what a lot of you guys were imagining. Now, I do understand that we have to be open-minded, and a Vainglory 2.0 type thing is not a realistic idea. But at the same time, that tells you a lot about how people are going to feel.
Why didn't we just make another Vainglory game? I know so much time, love, heart has been poured into the Vainglory universe. Why didn't we build a game in that universe to expound upon it and sort of extend it? Why something new here with Catalyst Black?
So first, to start before anything, Vainglory is a universe that we still love and cherish, and it's something that we want to come back to. In Catalyst Black, like, you've got these people that are carrying guns and transforming into these primal gods, and it's a very different experience for what we're trying to, the world we need to build around this. So like, we actually have concept art of Celeste running around with a rifle, and it just doesn't quite feel right. And we talked about, should we have staff weapons? But if we were to keep Vainglory in the universe, like, it robs characters like Vox of who they are, but we want it to go a different way overall. Like, and we'd really just be forcing it onto the Vainglory universe in a way that doesn't fit.
Essentially, they felt like a lot of the Vainglory aspects would have been forced onto this game, because from their perspective, it didn't make sense from a thematical point of view and also from a gameplay stance. So I can respect that, because I mean, if they had forced things onto this game from the Vainglory universe and they were all funky, people would have been all over them. And I mean, they're going to be all over them for not doing so, but people gotta understand, right? Like, there's only so much you can do.
Catalyst Black is something we call a battleground shooter. It involves big maps, 20 plus players total, boss battles that happen while you're fighting other players, and really, really big power spikes. And on top of that, it's a multi-game mode game. So it's not focused on just any single map or game mode. And last but not least, PvEVP. Best way I would describe it, if I had to use like Vainglory language, would be, think like the entire map is a jungle and counter jungling experience, and there's always a Kraken fight or two somewhere that's happening.
So just to break down what he said, this game falls into a new genre. It's a battleground shooter. It's not a hero-based game. It is a gear-based game.
So it's about building out your human loadout, your primal loadout, dropping into these huge battles and fighting players and NPCs at the same time.
It's all about your playstyle and what you want to do in the game, which is honestly a very cool thing.
Similar to looter shooters like Destiny, your playstyle is defined by the various weapons and abilities you choose. Catalyst Black allows you to load out a primary weapon, a secondary weapon, an ability, and a unique passive. How you choose to equip your character determines your unique playstyle. Catalyst Black includes multiple maps and game modes where teams of 10 to 20 players compete both against each other and against powerful monsters. It aspires to take the refinement and depth of large-scale battles in our favorite AAA RPGs and shooters and combine it with the accessibility and immediacy of mobile brawlers.
This is a new genre. Obviously, this game has very interesting characteristics. They literally took all these other genres, threw them into a mixing bowl, and got inspiration from all these other games. And this game came out. So it's very interesting to say the least.
At its core, Catalyst Black is a refined battleground shooter. It can be played on a virtual joystick, a physical controller, or even with mouse and keyboard. The controls are designed to be accurate and crisp on all devices.
So this is actually a very interesting thing. So they're making the game cross-platform from the day it's released. You can play with the virtual stick, which means on your mobile device, on your iPad, on your iPhone, on your Android device. You can play on a physical controller, which refers to console. So I'm thinking Switch. And you can play on a mouse and keyboard. So that's actually very interesting. I can't wait to see how that pans out.
To achieve this, Catalyst Black allows players to join or leave a match at any time for any reason. This drop-in, drop-out design makes it easy to instantly find games or join friends just by dropping into their match. Play for 5 minutes or 5 hours, it's your choice.
And at the end there, they mentioned that you can just drop in and drop out whenever you want and play as long as you want. If this game is going to be available on mobile, you're not going to want to force people to be stuck to their device for a whole hour and not giving them the option to literally put their device down at all. So making it in a way that you can drop in and drop out and play as long as you want indirectly invites players to come play because they know they can just be on the game as long as they want and not suffer a consequence because they couldn't stay for the whole time they had to. This is why we see a lot of MOBAs cut down on the gameplay available and cut down on the time of the game because people don't want to be invested into like one thing for a long period of time. But anyways, there was a lot of things that were packed into this video. Make sure to comment down below if you have any questions. I'll do my best to answer those. But other than that, make sure to like and subscribe and stick around because I will be doing more videos on Catalyst Black as sneak peeks are released.
Hey, this is Ciderhelm.
Man, I love this game.